Welcome, 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 members of the Low Country. My name is Margie Pizarro, and I want to welcome you to our debut edition of Low Country Spotlight, where we put the spotlight on you. I want to thank you so much. It's been such a fabulous adventure thus far. That's just getting started. We've been in and around the Low Country, learning about you, the things that you all do to make this community a great place to live, work, and play. We've highlighted your organizations, and again, we know the things that make this place fabulous, and we want to showcase those things and let the world know why the Low Country is a great place for us to live, work, and play. With that being said, before we get the show started, I do want to remind you that if you know of someone who's doing great things in the community, if you know of an organization that's contributing to making our community great, if there's an event or fundraiser that you want us to help you publicize, get in contact with us. You can reach us on Facebook, you can reach us by email, whatever it is that you need to do. We want to publicize those things. Now, with that being said, let's get this show on the road. Now, you all might have noticed that I'm wearing this wonderful pink corsage that was provided to me because October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. There are so many statistics that talk about the instances of breast cancer in our community, from the standpoint that about 1 in 8 U.S. women will develop breast cancer over the course of their lifetime. There's also a very startling statistic about the instances of breast cancer in men, and that statistic says that 1 in 1,000 men will develop breast cancer. Very sobering and heartbreaking statistics. Now, today we have with us a very special guest. In fact, our guest today represents the 1 in 1,000 men because he was actually diagnosed with breast cancer in 2011. His story gained international attention because at the time of his diagnosis, he was actually denied treatment. Because again, people think that breast cancer is a woman's disease. And the reason that he was initially denied treatment was because he was not a woman. I had an opportunity to meet this young man in 2011, and it just did my heart so good to reconnect with him. And he actually is in the studio with us today. So I want you all to welcome Mr. Raymond Johnson. Raymond, welcome, welcome, welcome to Low Country Spotlight.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. You know, we sat in this same position back in 2011 after your diagnosis when we were doing another show. And I know it was a really difficult time for you. I think at that time you had been given the okay to go ahead with your treatment. Yes. And it was your medical treatments were approved at that time. But tell us what's been going on with you since then.
Just being just lively person, being blessed just to be alive and being blessed to just to help other survivors, or just get my story about to other survivors and other men.
Now, a lot of people may not know of your story. Tell us a little bit about when your diagnosis. Tell us a little bit about when you actually discovered that you had the disease.
Not January. I'm sorry, I'm thinking too far back.
Yeah.
July 31st of 2011, wow. And went to the doctor, thinking it's just a cyst, and just go about my business. Then she told me it was cancer. So, me being the typical male, just breast cancer, that's not a male thing, but right. I had to learn a lot. I had to go through a lot. And just the whole process of doing things.
But tell me about the shock factor. Again, so many people think that breast cancer is a woman's disease. And I think that's even documented more so by the fact that when you went to receive aid through this particular source of funds, it said for women with breast cancer.
I read the same thing. And it had to be like a underlying thing about men. I guess that's why I applied for that.
Right.
But as everybody knew, then when I was on the TV a couple years ago, I got denied 2 times.
Wow.
Just because I'm male.
And what went through your mind? I mean, when you get those 3 words, you know, you have cancer, and you get that diagnosis, a lot of people immediately think, how much longer am I going to be here?
Yeah.
And then to get the diagnosis and then to be told, hey, guess what? We're not even going to help you pay for it. We're not going to cover your treatments. Tell us about what thoughts were going through your mind at that time.
Well, I mean, I'm a survivor.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
If you tell me no, I'm just going to try to alternative way to survive that way. So when they told me no, I just turned my mind on to something else.
Right.
I'm trying to survive.
Right. So your persistence and your mindset, you think, was the thing that helped you after your initial diagnosis. Tell us about how that's helped you throughout the course of the last 4 or 5 years.
I mean, as you see, I'm here.
Yes, and very healthy.
Yes,
You look great. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm here. I'm getting phone calls about I need help with this, or what do you think about this, or I have a pain. Do I need to go to a doctor about this? And
Wow.
it's just a whole lot of things I'm doing right now, helping people.
So you are actually getting calls from other men who feel that maybe because of your diagnosis and hearing your story that they may have the disease?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
I mean, being a male, you get scared sometimes.
Yeah.
And then if you see another male has that, and you think that as a male, you think that's going to happen to you, you're going to ask the other male, the first male that had it first, just to try to see.
Did you ever think that there was any kind of a stigma attached to the fact that you were a male and that you had breast cancer? You know, we hear of males having, you know, prostate cancer or things of that nature, but again, the instances is so rare among men. Did you feel that there was some sense of not necessarily shame, but just a stigma attached to it, you know, a male having what people thought would be a female disease?
A little bit, a little bit. Like I said, males, we don't think about that. If we think about breasts, we think about just having fun with them. But we're not thinking about us as having breast cancer.
Right. You know, I remember going to the Coleman race in 2011 and actually seeing you there.
Yes.
And I saw a guy, and I made the assumption. I said to this guy, oh, who are you walking for? And you know what he says to me? I'm walking for myself.
Yeah.
Tell us about the amount of people that you have encountered, whether it's through Coleman or whether it's through some of your own efforts.
Well, just recently, some young men at West Ashley High School, they're doing an event on, I think, their homecoming.
Okay.
And they got in contact with me like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
And they're just doing researching, and they want to do a fundraiser to raise money about things and go on a trip. And just helping those young men out. I got to go on a trip to Colorado to go speak there.
Yeah.
I just speaking everywhere. Every chance I get to speak, I go.
And in our closing moments, Raymond, I just want to commend you on having the wherewithal and having the strength and the fortitude to come forward with your story.
Yes.
Because again, there are sometimes people don't want to shine a light on what their issues were, but it appears to me that through you being open about it and shining a light, you're actually helping other people. And I want to thank you for that personally.
Yes.
Okay, the information about the fundraiser from West Ashley High School, get it to us, and we will make sure we get it on our website. We'll put it on our Facebook page, because we want to do everything that we can to promote your efforts.
Okay.
I want to thank you so much for taking
Thank
the
you.
time to come and spend with us today. And again, I want to applaud you for your efforts in terms of increasing awareness of breast cancer among men. This was Raymond Johnson. He is a survivor and a thriver of male breast cancer. Stay tuned. We've got more Low Country Spotlight coming up.